What is up, ladies and gentle nerds? It's your boy Graham, also known as HamHocks42 on the internet, and this is the companion video to the Rogue Deck Workshop number 6, where we built a standard deck all around Dalakos, Crafter of Wonders. And I'm going to be doing some gameplay footage of that deck so we can see it in action. If you want to see the process for building that deck, go ahead and click on the little banner that's going to be appearing there any second now, and we'll look forward to seeing you when you're done with that. Hey, welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. All right, we're going up against Vardamundo. Let's see this thing in action. All right, so opening hand, we've got 2 Venerable Knights, Sky Knight Vanguard, and a Shadow Spear. This actually looks pretty tasty, and we've got 3 lands, so our mana is going to be covered quite nicely. Unfortunately, all of these either come into play tapped or don't produce a white, so we're not going to be able to get the Venerable Knights out right away. However, we can shock in that Steam Vents to get a Sky Knight Vanguard on 2, which is not bad. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and shock this sucker in. Sky Knight Vanguard on 2, and that's going to slow down the Fervent Champion, unless, of course, they have a second Fervent Champion in hand, which... Ooh, Runaway Steamkin. All right, cool. I can live with that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all, as a matter of fact. Okay, cool. So, we can shock in the Steam Vents in order to put the Shadow Spear onto our Sky Knight Vanguard, which I think actually might just be worth it. So, let's see. So, we're down 2 life as a result of that. But we're going to be gaining that life back here, so it's a net, as it were, and we're putting some pressure on our opponent, which is good, because our opponent is running the good old-fashioned mono red deck wins setup. Ooh, Lava Coil and Sky Knight Vanguard, that hurts quite a bit, not going to lie, like a lot. Fortunately, we have that token left, so the token can wield the Shadow Spear, and we're going to get hit for a lot here. Yeah, my opponent is sequencing they're sequencing well. Which isn't good, not gonna lie. I'd rather they didn't, but unfortunately, well, here we are. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and equip that. We're also then gonna throw a Venerable Knight, and I need to gain some life. Gain me some life. All right, and unfortunately, we didn't have what it took to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and block the Venerable Knight here. They do have the mana for Embercleave if they have it in hand, which it looks like they don't, or they decided not to play it in favor of casting another creature, which would make sense. Oh, and I don't have another knight, so the Venerable Knight's trigger doesn't stack, unfortunately. Dang. All right. So that is a bummer. I was thinking that this soldier token was a knight for some reason, so we'd be able to give it the counter from the Venerable Knight, so that's an oops on my part. All right, and they've got Torbrand down, and we don't have removal in hand, so I'm not loving our chances here, not gonna lie. Yeah, definitely not gonna lie. It's not good. Not good. Let's go ahead and throw the short sword out here just for shiggles because we have the Manyas. All right, so the Shadow Spear wielding soldier token is gonna stay back, hold the line as it were, and get wrecked. All right. So I need to gain the life, so my lifelinker is gonna go ahead and block that Rimrock Knight. Because the 2 Fervent Champions have First Strike and are now both 2/1s. And so as a result, whatever blocks that is just going to die. Ooh, I could gang block Torbrand here, so that'd be 3. Okay, so how much mana, or how much damage are we taking? So 3, so that's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we need to block a fair amount of it. I'm just wondering if we can gang block Torbrand here. I think, you know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to gang block Torbrand, and then Rimrock Knight. He's going to take out my Sky Knight Vanguard. So I'm going to get completely and totally wrecked here, which doesn't feel good. However, we're going to take Torbrand out. I don't think we're going to survive this game. Yep. So we're not taking Torbrand out. Yep. That is, yep. That's death. Bummer, yo. All right, so game 1, not so great, but let's go ahead and move on to game 2. All right, so game 2, we got double Mask Emulation, double Shadow Spheres, and a Sky Knight Vanguard. I like the Sky Knight Vanguard, don't like everything else that was going on in that hand. There we go, this is way better. I'm going to go ahead and let the Mask of Immolation go because we have creatures that we can actually, that we can use here. So, all right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and shock in the Steam Vents for Fervent Champion. Next turn, what we're going to be able to do is throw the Temple of Triumph, Scry 1, and then chuck down a Shadow Spear and attach it to our Fervent Champion, which is going to be pretty tasty, not going to lie. All right, so this definitely looks like we're playing red deck wins, except we have the Steam vents. So if our opponent's paying attention, they will know that we are not, in fact, playing red deck wins. And I feel the need to point that out. Temple of Epiphany, that's fine, actually. I'm not mad at that. All right, Shadow Spear. Equipping it to Fervent Champion. Let's start gaining life, shall we? And First Strike and Trample, that's just a lovely combo. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot, as a matter of fact. Mana Geode. Okay, this looks like a Dance of the Manse style situation. Well, but wait a minute. They're not going to hit us with Doom Foretold. Otherwise, I'm going to shock that in so we can throw the Venerable Knight as well as the Heartpiercer Bow. And we might as well attach that to the Fervent Champion. Doesn't do anything with it right away. But because it's free, we might as well, and it could come in handy as quickly as next turn, depending on what they throw here. So yeah, I would expect a Doom Foretold, except they're running a lot of heavy blue. Because what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a lot of expendable permanents that draw cards, which is a staple in the Doom Foretold deck. All right, we don't need any more lands. Let's go ahead and get that sucker out of here. Heartpiercer Bow, live and online. Let's attach that to the Venerable Knight. Let's swing out. Heartpiercer Bow hitting Skyscanner. Venerable Knight getting buffed. All right, this is actually working pretty good. We're putting some quality pressure on our opponent, and we're kind of wrecking their creatures, which is really nice. So any other potential blockers they throw down, like the Ineffable. So they're gonna +1 Ugin the Ineffable is my guess, in order to get a Spirit Creature token down. But the 2 Heartpiercer Bows, ooh, no, they're killing a Fervent Champion. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. I'm not mad at that. That's actually a really good call. Of course, Ugin's gonna die. That's the downside to that particular call. But that is pressure that is taken away from my opponent's face. So that's not nothing. So I got $10 says that this gentleman here is trying to ramp up into Ugin Spirit Dragon. Tez, Master of the Bridge. All right. So this is a standard affinity deck. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. Yep, Tez doing his work. Yeah, this is a setup that I did not expect to see today. That's for darn sure. But yeah, we are swinging everything at T-Pain over here, including my new token, because Tez has got to go. Ugin Spirit Dragon, we're dead. Just like that, we lose. Yeah, creatures and planeswalker spells have affinity for artifacts. Yeah, Ugin has affinity for artifacts. -2, all of our stuff is exiled, minus our equipment, but that doesn't really do much for us. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and play this out just to see if we can come back from this. I will be shocked if we can. Although, if we draw into a Dalakos, we can give him haste by equipping the Shadow Spear to him and then taking a swing at Ugin Spirit Dragon. Meanwhile, Tez is kind of wrecking our face. So, huge props for my opponent for playing something unique, because I don't see that very often. This is new. I've seen Tezzeret in Brawl, but I've never seen Tezzeret in Standard, and I kind of love this. I'm not gonna lie. And maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment, but I really dig what my opponent's doing here. So they've got Emery Lurker to the lock, so they can go grab things like Sleeper Dart, Gilglode, Skyscanner, and because they have affinity, they're gonna just keep drawing cards, and they can just keep playing it out. I'm impressed. This is good work. Good work, opponent. Good work. And another Chromatic Lantern, so you can have all the colors twice. Yep. Ow, my face. And yeah, Tezzeret is definitely going to be winning them this game. They can also pop me for 3 with Ugin. Yeah, this is a good setup that my opponent has going. And Mystic Forge is also really scary. Mystic Forge in that deck is terrifying, as a matter of fact. Dalakos, crafter of wonders, the crafter of things, the crafter of stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and double Heartpiercer Bow just because I feel like it. And I'm going to go ahead and make a statement. Slap Ugin. And ping, ping. Yeah. And we out. ladies and gentlemen. Yep. No, we didn't stand much of a chance there. The moment they got Tezzeret on board, actually, it was the moment they hit an Ugin. And that's why 90% of the time when you see an Ugin hit the field, whether it's yours or the other person's, it's usually followed immediately by a scoop, because this is the kind of thing that happens. It just takes a little while to drain out the rest of the game, but the swing is so huge once Spirit Dragon hits the field that there's really not much you can do unless you're running a primarily artifact deck. So if I was playing my Oops No Colors deck, I wouldn't scoop to Ugin, but pretty much every other situation, I probably will. And yes, I have a deck called Oops No Colors. All right, we're going up against Orset. Let's do this. All right, we got double Worthy Knights in our opening hand. That actually feels really good. And the Sacred Foundry is going to... All right, you know what? Sacred Foundry is going to let us hit the Worthy Knight on turn 2. And then we can follow it up with another Worthy Knight on turn 3. So I'm thinking Temple of Triumph first, so we can scry a little bit. Oh, and we got Dalakos. That's what I love to see. Love it, and love it. All right, you know what? Let's actually keep that Hallowed Fountain up there. That seems good. All right, our opponent's on Orzhov. Charming Prince. This is, okay. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I'm seeing some jankiness, and I'm enjoying this. I appreciate seeing some other creative decks out there. All right, so as promised, I'm going to go ahead and flash that sucker in. Or shock that sucker in. Followed by the Worthy Knight. Because who doesn't love a good Worthy Knight? Am I right? All right, and then Steam Vents is going to be coming down, I think. Ooh. Yes, please. I could have done double Worthy Knight followed by this Sky Knight Vanguard. That probably would have been good. I just got a little excited by seeing the Worthy Knight. Not gonna lie, that card makes me super duper happy. So I was thinking maybe I should just throw that. Never mind that. I probably shouldn't have. There was a better sequence there. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and throw that Worthy Knight, and then we can throw the Short Sword and equip it to our Sky Knight Vanguard or to our Worthy Knight and actually swing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now, nothing has haste yet because Dalakos is not on the field, unfortunately. But here we go. So we've got... I should have swung out with multiple things because that 1/1 is now just going to die. Actually, you know what? I should have saw that coming and put the Heartpiercer Bow. Well, we didn't have enough to actually play and equip the Heartpiercer Bow, so I'm not going to beat myself too much about that. So our opponent is definitely trying to run a life gain deck here. And they have some kind of combat trick in hand, otherwise they wouldn't have swung. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? Nah, come on, welcome to my face. Actually, it looks like maybe they didn't have a combat trick. Pestilent Haze. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Guess who should have saw that coming? This guy. Oh, well. And you know what I should have done? I should have equipped Short Sword of Dalakos. That way he'd have haste. So I could punch twice. But, oh, well. Pestilent Haze, man, that actually really kind of wrecked my day. Not gonna lie, that pumped the brakes on a lot of what I was trying to do. Now they're still trying to gain a bunch of life, and they're not having much success, which I appreciate. All right, so I'll be able to attack with 3 creatures, which means Embercleave is online. Woohoo! Attach to the Worthy Knight. Let's go. Ba-bam. Followed by a ba-bam, ba-bam, and a ba-bam. Knocking out a 2, that feels pretty darn good, not gonna lie. Alright, so that board wipe... Oh, no! Oh, no! We're gonna go ahead and use the Mask of Immolation to sack and deal the 1 damage to my opponent's face, which feels pretty good. And we're gonna be able to kill them this turn by using the Mask of Immolation to pump one more time. Booyah, got there. Alright, feeling pretty good about that.